the car guy here. Nice to see you again. We did this same video last year. I covered all the expenses that I had to put into my 3 Subarus to keep them running compared to just going out and buying a new car. We compared the price of both and we saw who came out ahead. If you want to watch that video, it is going to be linked down below. But new year, new list of stuff that I have spent money on, and I think you might be surprised at this video. So I am very, very excited to share my expenses with you. Let's begin. So, as is tradition on this channel, we're gonna start off with the Wife's Outback. Wife's Outback has 389,000 miles on it, so it is getting up there. But I did spend some money on it. Started off the year with a nail in the tire. Had to get that fixed. That was 80 bucks. A little bit of expensive for a nail in the tire fix, but you know, whatever. Tire shops do kind of suck. CV axle that I replaced in 18 minutes from start to finish. 72 bucks. The Wife's Outback eats CV axles for breakfast, lunch, and dinner. The first of many CV axles also went out. $43. A transmission tube just started leaking, so I had to replace it. 20 bucks. Another battery. Car eats batteries too. $110. It's because they're all made super cheap. I have an issue with quality of aftermarket parts, if you can't tell. Speaking of which, another ABS sensor, $64. Spark plugs, 40 bucks, pretty standard. On a Subaru, you would think they're horrible, but they're not. There's a lot of Subaru misinformation out there. I want to set the record straight. They are not that bad, unless you're doing them in this car. Then they're kind of bad. Seat control, so you can move your seat forward and backward, 60 bucks. Now, the Subaru stereotype is kind of, rearing its ugly head. Head gaskets, 300 bucks. Not bad. O2 sensors, $200. Those things are very expensive. A windshield fix. I tried to fix the windshield for like 10 bucks. A little kit on Amazon that you could buy. It kind of worked. Kind of. But that brings the Outback total to, drumroll please, sound effects. There we go. $1,019. For all of 2025, that's not bad at all. And if you divide that by 12, it's $84.91 a month. That is much cheaper than the average car payment of $750. Are you insane? You want to be broke for the rest of your life? Or you could just have a Subaru that occasionally leaves you stranded in Death Valley. The choice is yours. I'm not going to judge. I'm judging a little bit. Anyways, next car. Next we have I forgot to look at the camera. Next we have my 2007 Subaru Forester, which this might surprise you guys, but I didn't spend any money on it at all. It has 250,000 miles. I spent $0 in repairs last year. I almost didn't make this video because I was like, I have nothing to talk about. I didn't spend any money on my Forester last year. Not spending any money on your used car is, I feel like, a pretty important talking point, especially in today's economy. This car, I put so many miles on it. I drove from Arizona to Connecticut, all around the East Coast, and then from Connecticut to Wisconsin, then from Wisconsin back to Arizona and a bunch of places in between, all last year, and it did not leave me stranded once. No tires, no CV axles, no drive shafts, no batteries, no alternators, just oil changes. So if you take the total of $0.00 and you divide it by 12, you get a syntax error, but also it's $0.00 per month to own your car. That is infinitely better than $750 a month for the average car payment. Yeah, so I think I got some bragging rights. Used cars are where it's at. Don't have any car payments. Don't go to a dealership. This is my soapbox if you can't tell. However, I'm gonna stop yapping. We're gonna move on to this one. And last, but certainly not least, we have the icon of the channel. We have the flagship of the YouTube, my 2004 Subaru WRX. I didn't really spend that much money on it last year. Now, just as a fair warning, I basically ended up leaving this car for 6 months out of the year because I travel a lot for work, and when I travel, I take the Forester because it can fit a lot more stuff, and it's also not as rusty underneath as this is. It's close competition. However, this one takes the cake. It's pretty on the outside, not the nicest on the inside. However, for the WRX, I didn't install these parts last year, but I bought them. I'm technically counting them for last year since I did pay for them last year. I guess that counts. Who knows? O2 sensor. I have shown this picture quite a bit, but I tore my exhaust off in Payson, Arizona on a little day trip. Left me stranded for a little while. It was a lot of fun. That ended up bonking my O2 sensor. It like kinked it, screwed up the wiring. So I fixed that like last night actually, but time doesn't matter when you're watching YouTube videos. Lug nuts, $20. They're steel lug nuts now instead of aluminum, which is a huge upgrade. Aluminum lug nuts suck and they don't deserve a place on this planet because every time you tighten them too much, get them nice and snug, they end up stripping, and then you think, oh, my wheel stud is broken. It's not, it's just a crappy lug nut. Anyways, speaking of wheel studs, $12. I thought I had a couple bad wheel studs. One of them was bad, but all the other ones, I just needed actual good lug nuts that can actually like fit through a little bit of rough grooves. And lastly, I had some headlight issues. Look, they're eBay headlights. I bought them like 6 years ago before I knew any better. And the wiring on them is jank, absolute jank. And one of them wasn't working. It turned out it was a fuse, but I'm not good at wiring. I will brute force figure most things out. Ended up spending $70 on miscellaneous electrical stuff just to get 2 working headlights. That takes my total from last year to $140 all year for this car. But the $140 I did spend, divide that by 12, that is $11.66 per month. It's like the same price as a Starbucks drink. Now, just to round out the rest of this video, in total, we have the Outback plus, remembering numbers is hard. In total, we have the Outback that cost $84.91 a month. The WRX that cost $11.66 a month. And the Forester that costed $0.00 a month. That brings us to a total of $96.57 per month to have 3 functional Subarus that you can take mostly anywhere as long as there's not a big speed bump. That is so much cheaper than buying a new crappy crossover from a dealership who just wants to suck all the money out of you as possible. Just under $100 a month to own 3 Subarus. That's how much I've spent all of last year. The tally is going right now for this year. I will see you guys next year, and I will see you guys later with another video on this channel about whatever I want to make videos on. But if you enjoyed my rambling in my garage, if you think my purple car is pretty, then subscribe to the channel. I'm always doing stuff. Comment down below how much you spent on your car last year or your monthly payment. I am kind of jealous if you do have like a new Supra. I do like those a lot. Like a lot. I would almost, no. I will not get a monthly payment. Subscribe to the channel. I'll see you guys next time. Goodbye.